Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Papa Tom. I am a part of Iching's life. Haven't done a vlog in 5 or 6 days. It's been a very busy summer. I'm sure some of you can probably relate to that with kids. So I'll give you a quick update on what's going on in our lives. William is starting preschool in a week from Monday. This week is my last week working in a hospital. I've given my resignation for healthcare, and I'm going to be doing something different. The COVID cases just keep coming back and back and back. And, you know, right now I think our hospital's almost overflowing with COVID patients. There's probably 30 or 40 patients in there again. And a lot of them are people that aren't vaccinated or didn't get vaccinated. So for all you people that think that you shouldn't get vaccinated, get vaccinated. You know, it keeps this thing mutating and going, and you know, it puts everybody else at risk. So you know, our kids are under the age where vaccinations can be given to them. So all 3 of our kids don't have the vaccine. So for me, it's just one of those things where, you know, I go to work and then every day I stress in my mind, because I'm walking around a building full of people with COVID. You know, I wear a mask and, you know, I'm protected there, but, you know, am I bringing that virus or something else home to my kids? It's just one of the leading factors that made me want to find something different to do so I could kind of eliminate that piece of stress and that danger for my children out of our lives. So, anyway, guys, yeah, it's been a busy week, busy month. I mean, we've just been busy. So I'm going to give you my newest word of the day that I'm going to try to learn today. So you can learn along with me. One Bisaya word each day. And I haven't been doing it every day since you haven't seen my videos every day. But I'm back. So my word of the day today is the word smart. Because I always thought I was smart. You know, but then as you get older, you realize you're not as smart as you think you are. So the word smart in Bisaya is utokan. Utokan. So comment down below if I didn't get that right, or if I pronounced it incorrectly, or if it's not even Bisaya, because sometimes they give me Tagalog or Cebuano when it's supposed to be a Bisaya word. But anyway, here's a joke. All right. So this is how I try to remember the word every day, as I tell a joke. Okay. Because dads are good at telling jokes. Dad jokes are the best. Here you go, guys. Why are fish so utokan? Why are fish so utokan? Because they live in schools. Schools of fish, right? That's what a bunch of fish swimming in the ocean is called, a school. It's weird, I know. But anyways, use that joke. Your kids will love it. Adults will love it. It's a good way to practice learning the word smart. Utokan. So another thing I like to do on my channel, guys, is give my kids a life lesson or something to think about as they're growing up. And I had that lesson today. I was going to talk about drugs, saying no to drugs because drugs are bad. But, you know, I was watching the news this morning, and they were talking about the rise in the number of children in Florida that have died from drowning this year. And I thought, you know, I'm going to talk about this because this is one of those things that keeps me up at night. So, you know, as a parent, you know, every parent's different, I guess. I stress a lot about different things. Am I providing for my family? Are they taken care of? Are they safe? Do I have everything they need? Have I done everything I should have done? Because you know, you have to be the ones to guide them and make sure that they're prepared for life and that they're safe and smart and healthy and all that good stuff. So when I was younger, I'll give you a little backstory. When I was younger, and maybe a lot of you were like this too, I never thought anything bad was going to happen to me. You know, you don't think dangerous things are dangerous to you. You only think they're dangerous to other people, right? I used to make so many dumb decisions when I was younger, you know, and I'm lucky that I'm alive, to be quite honest with you. I did a lot of stupid things. I just never thought things would happen to me. I always thought they happened to people I would never see or never heard of. I'd see them on the news or read them in the newspaper, but I never thought things would happen to me. But as I got older, I started to listen to the things that people were experiencing, and you know, they you know, you learn as a younger person. You learn from your mistakes. That's how you learn, right? You know, the first time you touch fire and it burns your skin, You know, I'm not going to touch fire again, or I'm not going to touch the stove. That hurts. But the first time you did it, you probably didn't think about it. So you learn from making mistakes. But when it comes to serious things, sometimes you need to learn from other people's mistakes. Okay, so it doesn't happen to you, because if it happened to them, it can happen to you. Okay, or your family. So here's what the news was talking about: children drowning deaths in the state of Florida. So this is just Florida, where we live. So it's July 29th, and so far this year in Florida, there have been 65 children between the ages of 1 and 4 that have drowned. 65 children have drowned. Most of those have been in swimming pools, okay? Some in the ocean, but most of those have been in backyard swimming pools. So I know I drive my wife crazy sometimes, because I used to consider myself overprotective. I'm an overprotective parent. I'm overprotective. I'm always, I see things, and other parents may think it's okay. Why are you worrying about that? But then I realized I'm not overprotective. I'm just protective. Okay? Because I do not want, this keeps me awake at night. I do not want my children to become a statistic, because I didn't do something that could have prevented them from hurting themselves, or worse yet, dying. Okay? And I'm sure every parent feels that same way. But there are 65 sets of parents in the state of Florida this year that wish they would have done something different, and their child would still be alive today. 65 children, that's 65 parents, that's 130 adults who've lost a child because whatever happened. I don't know all their stories, but because a child either wasn't being watched or accident, I don't know. But 65 sets of parents lost their child this year. Accidental drowning deaths in a pool. Most of those were probably preventable. Okay? So, that kind of stuff keeps me awake at night. Isabella is old enough, and she's out of that danger age of 1 to 4, and she knows how to swim. She's had swimming lessons. William knows how to swim pretty well. He hasn't had swimming lessons. We were going to put him in swimming lessons, but he's actually learned to swim on his own pretty well. So, I still won't let him be in the pool without me or an adult watching him. But in fact, if I'm at one of our friends' houses and there's a party and there's kids in the pool, an adult will be out there watching them, because if there's no other adults watching them, I'll go out and watch them. If my kid or somebody else's kid, I'm not going to let somebody's child drown while I'm there. And I'm sure all of my friends are the same way. I mean, I know a couple of our friends have jumped in when they've seen a child fall in, just in case they were not able to swim out. And, so our friends are great about watching the kids, but accidents happen. It happens so fast. And here's the thing about drowning in a pool. You see on TV, you think there's a lot of noise and kids are flailing. They hit the water and sink to the bottom, and it's silent. You don't hear them splashing underwater. There's no waves, there's no ripples. They just fall, and they can't get themselves back up to the top, and they drown within a minute. That's how quickly it can happen, guys. Within a minute. So, that kind of stuff keeps me awake at night. That's my biggest fear in life, is that I don't take a precaution that I should have taken that could prevent my child from being one of those 65. And that number is going to grow. It's only July. Half the year is over. It's still prime swimming time. But 65 kids have either wandered out into the backyard pool and fallen in and drowned, or they fell in and the adults were having fun on their phones, talking, socializing, drinking, whatever, and just didn't notice it in time. But I don't want to live with that feeling that my child's gone or somebody else's child's gone. So I'm not overprotective. I'm just protective. So I don't know, maybe someone that something bad has happened to like that, but it can happen to us. If it happened to those 65 families, it can happen to us if we're not careful and if we don't take it serious. So that's who I am, guys. I used to call myself the overprotective parent, but I'm just the protective parent. I'm the same way I know I drive my wife crazy, but if I'm always looking at my house, I think our house is pretty childproof. We've got locks on the cabinets so Wesley can't open them. We keep the detergent and the soap and the spray cleaners and anything that's got a chemical that that stuff's got poison. I mean, it's poisonous for children. If they swallow that, they could die, you know? So I keep all that stuff away. If I see nail polish or any kind of a liquid, you know, that stuff has to be locked up, put away. Medications, any kind of a pill, a vitamin, I don't want the kids to get any of that and think it's candy. They do. I can't tell you the number of kids that have swallowed the little Tide detergents. They were making, instead of liquid detergent, they were making little pods, and they look like little, they're like this big, and you toss those little things into the wash, but kids were eating those like crazy, thinking they were candy, and then dying because it killed them. You know, that kind of stuff, if it happens to other people, it could happen to us if we don't, you know, take precautions. So that's how my mind works. I'm always looking, if I see sharp things, I know kids aren't going to intentionally cut themselves, but if they see a pair of scissors and it's within their reach, they might grab it and slice their hand. You know, if it's a knife, I try to keep all that stuff away from them. And Wesley is, you know, 1 year and 3 months old. Toddlers that age put everything in their mouth. They don't know if it's food or not. So, you know, if I see anything laying around that's a small enough size that it can go in his mouth and potentially get lodged in his throat, I throw it in the garbage. Because if we're just going to leave it lay around, it's going to go in the garbage. I don't care. I just don't want to risk my son. I used to work in a trauma unit in the emergency room, and children would always be coming in because they put something in their mouth and it gets stuck in their throats, and now we have to bring the kid out, and the surgeon has to go down and remove something from their throat so they can breathe. I mean, that's very horrifying to me. So, you know, I don't, you know, coins, I don't want to leave them lay around at all. Kids put that stuff in their mouth. It's shiny, they think it's food, whatever, and it gets stuck in their throat, and if you don't catch it in time, they could die. So anyway, guys, that's my rant on that. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, do that for me. It'll help our channel grow a little bit. You can watch our family channel at Iching's Life and Family Vlog. That's our main channel. This is just my dad rant channel. So this is kind of where I do the other portion of the family stuff, the dad perspective of life, things I do with my kids, things like that don't make it into the family channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment down below if you have any comments on this subject, but have a great day. Bye.
One eternity later.
Okay, guys, we have an obstacle course. big boy? You got a do? You found a do?
I guess they didn't like me spamming. I wish I got it on camera when I got banned. I literally just happened to stop recording and was like, it says there's a contact form where I can play with a little baby.
No, you can't have that, big boy.